No music. Good evening, everyone. Cerritos Park and Recreation Commission meeting Thursday, August 1st at 7 p.m. in the Cerritos City Council chamber. Meeting comes to an order. The next item is the Pledge of Allegiance. I have invited Ayana Bhatt. She is the graduate of Whitney High School, and she is a recipient of a Girl Scout Gold Award. Ayana?
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Face the flag, place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Anna. If you have a minute, I have a question for you. Can you, you are the first recipient here from the Girl Scout, and you received the, I believe, in April 29th, the city council gave you a proclamation and the award. Can you tell me a little bit about the Girl Scout meeting?
Yeah, so I received my Girl Scout Gold Award, which is the highest award in Girl Scouts. And I received it for my project was on the historical journey of Cerritos. And so, being from Cerritos, born and raised, my family's been here for a while. I have a lot of pride for Cerritos, and so I decided that my project would try to foster that pride and encourage people by teaching them about the history of Cerritos.
Very nice. Very nice. One thing I'll tell you, Ayana is my great granddaughter. This is we have been here in the city of Cerritos for 5 generations, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody has any question?
Yeah, Ayana, um, congratulations. And just wanted to I'm sure that you're going to motivate the other, girls of your age to get bestowed with this kind of honor and award. Again, thank you very much for coming today and taking the time and leading us to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ayana. Okay. Item number 3, roll call.
Commissioner Lynn? It's roll call. Yes, thank you. Commissioner Martinez, Commissioner Patnaik,
Present.
Vice Chair Prado. Present. Chair Patak.
Present.
It would also be appropriate to call for an excused absence for Commissioner Martinez at this time.
Okay.
Do we have to make a comment, motion, or?
Motion would be
Yeah,
appropriate.
I'd like to make a motion that Commissioner Martinez be excused.
I second.
Motion approved. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Tonight, we've got some employees of the month that we'd like to recognize, along with some employees of the quarter from the Senior Center. Just read a little bit of an introduction at this point. Candidates for Employee of the Month are nominated by administrative staff in the Recreation Services Division. Individuals who have put forth the extra effort to further enhance the division's goals of providing the highest quality programs and services are presented with the award. Tonight, we're going to recognize one employee for the month of April and one for the month of June. If they could come forward as their names are called. Naya Custer. Yes, please, if you could join in the presentation area. All of the commissioners, thank you.
Get the certificate.
Yes, there should be 2 for Recreation, Employee of the Month.
There's only 2 here.
Well, the 2
Desiree,
here.
there's Desiree and Paul.
Desiree and Paul.
No certificates. join with her in the photo. I'll read a few little bits about her.
Sure.
Naya is being honored tonight for her contributions to the Adaptive Recreation and Special Olympics programs during the month of April. She positively impacted various adaptive programs and the the Cerritos Heat Special Olympics basketball team. She passionately taught both youth and adult adaptive dance and movement classes, fostering inclusivity and enthusiasm. Additionally, her role coaching the Special Olympics basketball team was pivotal to its success, seamlessly integrating new athletes and ensuring their immediate sense of value and respect. As a seasoned veteran in our adaptive recreation team, Naya consistently demonstrates leadership by guiding and supporting fellow staff and volunteers while effectively motivating participants. Her genuine connections and commitment to enhancing the lives of the participants in our programs embody the division's core values. Congratulations, Naya.
Yes, just come on this side. No, yes. No, let's just go this way. Yeah, no, here. Go, cover it, yeah. Like this way? Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Oh wait, the cap, Stephanie.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great.
Thank you so much, guys.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
The next recipient for recreation would be Recreation Leader 3, Alexander Nazario. Alexander is being recognized this evening for his exceptional efforts at our day camp program during the month of June. Alexander brings boundless energy and creativity to every activity, ensuring each day camp is filled with excitement and fun. He always prioritizes the well-being of every participant. He's shown remarkable leadership skills, guiding and mentoring fellow staff members with patience and enthusiasm. He consistently demonstrates initiative, taking on additional responsibilities without hesitation, and contributing positively to camp. His commitment to excellence and passion for enriching the day camp program truly embodies the spirit of our division. Congratulations, Alexander.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So now there are some certificates for the next set. We have one of our employees of the quarter for the senior center. I'll just read a little brief introduction. Each quarter, we are pleased to present senior center staff that has shown excellent customer service, patron satisfaction, and teamwork. Candidates are nominated by administrative senior center staff in recognition of outstanding achievement and extra effort on the job. Our first recipient and only tonight is Paul Wood. Just a little bit about Paul. He's been a valuable member of the senior center staff as a senior center specialist since 2024 January. He's a team player and assists with all areas of the division with a consistently positive attitude. He is reliable and finishes tasks in a timely manner. One of the tasks that stands out specifically were the creative centerpieces he put together for all of the special events at the senior center. His enthusiasm and can-do attitude make him a joy to work with. Congratulations, Paul.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
She's not here, so that does conclude our presentations. Thank you.
Next item.
Public comments.
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Tonight, we do have a couple of public comments that are here in the audience. I just wanted to also mention that we did not receive any written correspondence by the deadline. So first is David Pileman. And as a reminder to the speakers, you do get 3 minutes per speaker.
Thought it was 5 minutes for commissions, 3 minutes for council.
Yes, all of the, just for everyone's information, all of the protocols have been standardized that whether it's the council or the appointed bodies, it's 3 minutes per speaker.
Okay, well, Mr. Chair, you do have the ability to extend. I have prepared more than 3 minutes. So my name is David Pileman. According to the governor's office, I can no longer state my address as that would use a racial term. So my street name was changed by the council last Thursday. For those who have been on the commission for several years, you may recall that I previously was a regular attendee at your meetings and frequently took the opportunity to comment. During that time, I was also attending Property Preservation Commission meetings and attending and commenting at City Council meetings. After 11 months of this activity, it had become a full-time job, and this is not what I was looking for in retirement. So over the last 2 years, I have only appeared at planning and council meetings to raise concerns about a few issues. But now it appears that at least one Cerritos resident has begun his campaign for city council seat, and I would like to ensure that there is another voice speaking on issues, not that I am contemplating running for council seat. I am confident that you are aware that you have been the subject of an agenda matter before the council and that your term of office has been extended. Although I do not see any mention of the background relating to this item appearing on your past agendas, there is work on an update to the protocols manual for the city, which appears to entail some changes to the commissions and committees. It could be assumed that in some cases the duties of some of these bodies will be changed. It has been proposed that at least one new commission be added. It is possible that one or more commissions or committees may be eliminated, and the meeting frequency of these groups may be modified. One of the proposals on the table would likely remove the monthly report on senior center operations from your agenda. So, whereas your official term of office ended last Saturday, the council has asked you to serve until October 27. In my neighborhood, several residents were upset that, whereas the Planning Commission chose to disapprove the construction of a Starbucks at the corner of Del Amo and Bloomfield, and upon consideration of the council approved this project. At the June 13th council meeting, there was a proposal from the Fine Arts Commission to have created an art space for the art piece for the sculpture garden, but the council made significant suggestions about the design of this piece. When the Fine Arts Commission met on July 18th, the commission was not given an opportunity to review or comment on the change in the design, which was significant, but were informed during the city staff report that the council would approve the modified design on July 25. In addition, the project to renovate the island at Heritage Park has been approved by the council. When the staff report was presented to the council on July 11, lacking was any review by the Recreation Commission. I understand that a member of this commission inquired about the project at a previous meeting, but that inquiry does not appear in the minutes. These three actions by the council tend to make the authority or the recommendations of the commissions null and void. During council discussion on June 13, resident Sam Desai expressed support for the council communication with city advisory board members related to suggested program direction. Subsequently, he expressed concern regarding community involvement in advisory boards, commissions, and committees. Some residents see the members of the commissions as those who are being rewarded for their support of a candidate, see them as aloof as to the roles they may play in recommending policies and practices to the council, and subsequently see their lack of attendance at scheduled sessions.
Excuse
I
me,
would hope-
Mr. Pileman, I
I've
know
got
you're
2 more
almost done.
paragraphs.
I know, let me just make sure the chair is okay with the continuance
Okay,
since
sure.
we're beyond the
May
3
I
minutes.
have just 2 more paragraphs?
Yes, you can continue.
Thank you.
But wrap it up.
I am.
Yes.
I would hope that during the review of the protocol manual, which seems like some of it's already been done, the role of this commission is not watered down, and the meeting schedule reinstated to monthly meetings. I would encourage you to discuss this within your group during agenda item 8A and 8B tonight, and I would encourage you to more fully inquire of Ms. Hilton, her
Thank you.
presence tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next public comment is Teddy Lloyd.
Thank you. Good evening, Parks and Recreation Commission. My name is Teddy Lloyd. As you probably know, that I live right near Sunshine Park. And I received a letter which I brought it to the attention of the city council last week, and also the mayor and also the city manager, that the city of Cerritos felt because of pickleball courts, that some tapes were applied and therefore claimed there were damages made to the court surface. I don't see any damages, and I brought it to the attention of the city council last week, and I would very much like to hope any of the city council, Parks and Recreation Commission, let's go and see, because I do not feel there is any damage at all. However, the basketball court does look like it needs to be resurfaced, whereby 2 years ago, I do know the city of Cerritos did resurface quite a few basketball courts throughout the city at different parks, such as Friendship Park. However, Sunshine Park, Friendship Park, and the other ones, the basketball courts. However, Sunshine Park basketball courts never been resurfaced. Now, they sent a bill for the total amount for $7,400, which I think is completely outrageously high. And I believe that amount is really for resurfacing the basketball court. So, any case, make the long story short, last week I gave an offer to the city of Cerritos. I will provide the amount as a loan to the city of Cerritos, interest-free. And I do believe that could be the city, obviously, each year there's a budget. You know, the fiscal budget starts on July 1st, ended on June 30th the following year. And then hopefully the city will budget the amount, and at that time can return my loan, okay? I will have no interest. You don't need to pay the interest. This way, it's the quickest way for the Sunshine Park basketball court to be resurfaced. And then it does look like it needs resurfacing, okay, which was somewhat not getting done 2 years ago, okay? So because of that, hopefully I get a chance to meet any of you to Sunshine Park. Let's take a look at the basketball court. And then you definitely feel like it needs resurfacing, okay? And then the sooner you can do that, it's better, because pickleball, it's the fastest growing sport. You should go and check how many people come to Liberty Park at the new, pickleball courts. There are lines waiting to get in. So if it's possible, I'd like to meet with you at Sunshine Park, which is very close from here, okay? Thank you very much. Good evening.
Mr. Chair, that is all the comment cards we have. So if you'd like to close that portion, we'd like to go back to presentations. Ms. Desiree has arrived, so. employee of the
Okay,
quarter.
let's do that.
Okay. Just need to close the public comment
Yes.
section.
Please close the, I don't see anyone, so we close the public comment. Thank you.
So let us just set up the screen really quickly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just wait for that motor.
Thank you very much.
So Ms. Desiree Phillips is being recognized as the Employee of the Quarter for the winter, which covers December 2023 to February 2024. She's been with the City of Cerritos since November 2022, began as a Senior Specialist 2 and quickly promoted to a Senior Specialist 3 in January of 2023. She consistently provides exceptional customer service, ensuring every patron feels valued and welcomed. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. See you there. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we have to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're sitting on your. Oh man,
I have to watch him.
I know. We need names on both sides.
We gotta put it back to the way it was.
Right, yeah.
Do you think we should find out what he's talking about? That guy?
Yeah, later on, yeah. Okay, item number 6A. Oh, 6.
Yes.
6.
I know there's been some changes to the agenda and the protocol, so we won't be pulling out 6A unless someone has a comment on it. But we will be enacting one motion to approve everything on the consent calendar.
Yes.
So if someone has a motion, it would be appropriate at this time to make it.
Yeah, you want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Make a motion of consent calendar.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to accept the items listed on the consent calendar, and they are considered as a routine, and to be considered to be routine.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion passed.
All those in favor?
All
Is there any
those in
opposition?
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So basically, they combined the approval of the meetings and a consent together this time. Item number 7.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Tonight for your first action item is a review and consideration of the potential for a development of policy guidelines for a memorial bench program. Our two guests here tonight are our Park Superintendent Todd Koo and Ryan Carey, who's the assistant to the city manager. They will review the specifics of the report. After they are completed with their comments, we would need to open this up for public comments and then any action by the commission. Ryan or Todd, who's going first? Ryan.
Yep, thank you, Sherry. And good evening, Chair and members of the commission. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with you this evening. I've got a brief presentation for you, which has been directed by City Council consensus, and it's a request for the Parks and Recreation Commission to review the feasibility of a memorial bench program for potential implementation at the city's parks. The presentation this evening is intended to facilitate a discussion on whether there's a need for a memorial bench program and whether such a program is something that the city should pursue further. The written staff report that you've been provided includes a list of items that are intended to provide general background on some of the factors that you may wish to take into account when considering the overall feasibility of a memorial bench program. These items can also serve as potential foundational points for the future development of a policy, should the commission recommend moving forward. In reviewing a potential program, it would be appropriate for the commission to consider the overall need in the community, particularly in light of the city's existing memorial tree planting program, which does allow for patrons to honor and commemorate deceased loved ones with the planting of a tree in a park facility. The commission may also wish to take into account any potential impacts, including potential fiscal impacts, impacts on the overall aesthetics and functionality of the city's parks, and impacts on staff resources that the program may have. To close, the question before the commission is twofold. First, what is the commission's recommendation regarding the implementation of a memorial bench program? And second, should the commission recommend moving forward, are the parameters established within the staff report a suitable starting point for the formulation of a policy, or are there additional items that the commission would like to recommend for inclusion? In terms of next steps, staff will provide a report to the council on the commission's recommendation, and the council's direction will then determine the future disposition of this item. That concludes my report this evening. Myself, Ms. Titus, and Mr. Koo are available to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So it's,
So we have we have to do a consideration, but we have anybody who wants to talk to?
yes, at this time, we would need to receive public comment.
Yes.
And Courtney Bankhead has submitted a card.
Okay, great.
And before I start, I'm just going to pass out a few photos that you guys can disseminate. Thanks so much. Good evening, Parks and Recreation Commission. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak here today. My name is Courtney Bankhead, and I'm here to discuss the proposed implementation of a memorial bench program throughout our city with a particular focus on honoring my beloved twin sister, Chelsea Bankhead, at her favorite park in Cerritos, Friendship Park. In February of 2023, my world changed forever when Chelsea passed away at just 27 years old. Since birth, Chelsea had been nonverbal, autistic, with mild to moderate deafness, and from the age of 12, also non-ambulatory. She communicated via sign language with family and her peers. Chelsea was an extraordinary individual with a sweet soul. Despite her challenges, she radiated a pure, unwavering joy that touched everyone who knew her. One of the many enduring joys for Chelsea was our trips to Friendship Park, which began when we were young kids. Our connection to the park started when our parents purchased our family home in the neighborhood in 1991. Early on, Dad discovered the park through opening a post box at the Cerritos post office. Some of my earliest memories are filled with countless hours my brother, sister, and I spent at Friendship Park after a trip to the post office. Even after Chelsea lost her ability to walk once we were young teenagers, her spirit soared every time we visited the park, which, with her autism, was a daily occurrence, 365 days. This park became a cornerstone of our family life, creating precious memories that we cherish deeply. For Chelsea, the park was her haven. It was where she felt most alive and most connected to our family. I remember the way she would light up as we strolled around the lap course. The park, with its playground, open grassy fields, and a couple tables for family gatherings, was a place where others also found serenity. These moments were so core to our family life, moments that we now hold on to as memories. And so that is why I am here today. In light of the profound significance Friendship Park holds for us, I respectfully request the Parks and Recreation Commission to approve a memorial bench program. This program would not only enable the installation of a commemorative bench with a small plaque in my sister's memory, it also advances what I believe to be a crucial opportunity for the city of Cerritos, serving as a benchmark for other families in the community looking to remember loved ones here in a tangible way. In an ideal scenario, imagine walking through Friendship Park and discovering a spot where you can sit and reminisce, feeling the presence of a cherished loved one, allowing memories to linger. For my family, this bench would serve as a place to fondly recall Chelsea's smile, her laughter, and her spirit. And for others, it could symbolize the enduring power of love and family. Establishing a formal program policy for a memorial bench program will make an accessible spot for folks like my sister, who was non-ambulatory, to sit and absorb the park's scenic beauty. Ultimately, these benches provide all of us with a chance to reflect, reminisce, and cherish our shared moments. Through times both difficult and joyful, this is my last paragraph. Through times both difficult and joyful, Friendship Park has been a place of peace and happiness for my family. And so that is why I deeply wish to have a dedicated bench with a plaque in this park where we can sit, reflect, and remember my twin sister, Chelsea. It would truly capture the significance of this park that we spent nearly every day at during our formative years. This bench would be her living memory and just about the best gift a twin can give to her sister's legacy. Thank you so much.
Anyone else do we have?
That was the only card, so unless anybody else wanted to speak.
Do we have anyone else on this same subject matter? Okay, so we'll go to the do we have any questions on this presentation? Anyone? Just
You know, this
bench.
yeah, this is basically a great presentation, and I mean, I'm emotionally very, touched about this particular thing what you have just narrated. I, it's a great thing to do, and try and adopt this. I guess maybe it could be started with the Friendship Park because there is a precedence there, and maybe be considered in other parks as such. But honestly, this is the first time I'm looking at this document. No fault of anybody, but my fault. There are a lot of questions to be answered, and but on the face of it, I like the idea about the memorial bench. So,
Well, I'll tell you, Rand, it was a good report. Even though I like it very much, it has to be studied very well because of the maintenance, the cost of it, no vandalism on the bench. We just have to study it and then do it, because once we do it, and if there is an issue with it, it will be it won't be a good program. So I'm not disagreeing with it. I agree with it that we should have something like that, so the family can get connected to the park. The whole idea about Park and Rec Commission, that we want our Cerritos residents are stay connected with our park and enjoy the park. So if anyone else has any issue or comments, they can please.
I just think it does have to be studied, the cost, everything, who's going to handle that. It is a good idea, especially if you've lost a loved one. I know Friendship Park because I do walk by there, and there is space where you can put that. But what other parks are you considering? Is that going to go all the way across the board, or what exactly is, we just heard about this.
Right. So I think what we're seeking from the commission this evening is a general recommendation on whether or not you'd like to move forward with the Memorial Bench program. As far as details, specific details relating to the issues you've brought up, the staff report lays out, as I mentioned, several key items that could serve as the framework for a potential policy. And so if the commission reviews those and is comfortable with those and wishes to move forward with that, we would report back to the city council your recommendation along with the potential framework that we have laid out here. And when we take that to the city council, we're going to seek their approval to either move forward with the program and develop a policy, or at the council's discretion, not. So I think that's what we're looking for tonight, is to get your consensus on a direction for the program. As for the specific details relating to the policy, that would come later, and it is something that we understand we would have to flesh out through the process.
Now, have you had other people come up and ask for a program like this?
We have not had anybody beyond Ms. Bankhead approach us with the request for the Memorial Bench program.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, my question is, since Cerritos Park is belong to public,
okay? And we do need more benches, but for personal privacy, I think it's a little bit, we need more evidence of who deserve to be there. Because I know us in our neighborhood, we have a lot of first generation neighbors, 80, 70 years old, even up to 100 years old. When they pass away, we know everybody will have that chance. And we do have a lot of residents in that situation. So I would think bench, we do need it. But for this kind of memorial requirement, I think we need to define more details of who is qualified to get in. And second, since you put the personal name on the benches, my concern is if graffiti happen or something, install is a fixed cost, but there's a variables. If something got graffiti or something damaging on the name, it might ruin the purpose of how we set up. So that's my
Yeah,
my
no,
opinion.
I understand what you're saying there. And again, the staff report tried to lay out kind of some foundational points for a policy, as well as items that you may want to consider as you take into account your position on this particular issue. Ultimately, if your decision is to move forward with a memorial bench program, the points that we've laid out in the staff report are items that would be refined, potentially should the city council wish to move forward with it as well. Those policy issues would be refined, particularly as you mentioned, who would be eligible to apply, maintenance issues, and those type of things are all items that us as staff are aware of and we've thought about, and would be issues that would be addressed in a policy ultimately if the commission wishes to move forward and ultimately the city council provides direction for us to move forward with the implementation of a policy.
So I think what Ryan is alluding today, that we have some kind of a conceptual agreement or disagreement, so that, based on the decision of the commission, it goes back to the council,
That's right.
and then all the details will be kind of ironed out, or and due diligence and costs and all that stuff, numbers, quantity, which parks, those will be probably worked out. But I think what Ryan is looking today is some kind of a decision on our end. Should we move forward or not, or what is our recommendation as
So
such?
we can have a motion to work on the bench, program, with considering all the problems that can occur because of this.
And I'm sure that with the able staff we have, and all the mitigating factors will be addressed. I mean, will be brought up. Things like Mr. Lee, right, mentioned about the possible graffiti thing. How do we encounter that? How do we mitigate those type of issues? I think those details probably will be hammered out at a later date. But I think, again, I just wanted to reinforce and reiterate, Mr. Chair, that we need to take a vote here, whether we want to move forward or not.
Right.
So, you want me to make a motion?
You make a motion, please.
I, Commissioner Pat Naik, would like to make a motion that we move forward with the Memorial Bench program as such. So that's my recommendation.
Anybody wants to second it?
No,
Second it?
no.
Okay. Any?
I would like to think about it a little longer than can we table it?
Okay.
It's certainly up to the discretion of the commission. Again, I think we're just looking for a determination as to what the commission's preference is on this. As I mentioned, if it is something you guys want to move forward with, we will take this back to the city council for their final determination as to whether or not it's something we want to move forward with.
Right. The way it looks like it, that we just received this today, and the commissioner like to study it a little more before we can pass the motion. There is no second here on that. So
I guess my thing is I'd like to know how many parks you're going to put this in. I mean, I would hate for maybe designate just one park and it looks more like a cemetery or something. You know, I like the idea of where they do the tree and everything. I know Friendship Park is a really nice park. Like I said, I walked there. I know it could use a couple benches.
Yeah, it is a good idea to have the bench in memorial bench, but it has to be studied well even before we can say.
Mr.
If
Chair,
I may, I'd like to defer to Mr. Koo. He's got a few comments on
Sure.
potential issues relating to this matter.
Sure.
Thank you. Those are all.
sorry, there is a motion
Yeah,
here. So
I
is
was-
it squashed or what do
It
we do with
failed
the
for
motion?
lack of a second, is
Yeah.
from what I
Yes,
understand.
so
So now
we
we're back
need
to
to-
square one and we
Square
can
one.
continue discussing.
Right.
And I think those are all great questions from the commission. And as Ryan indicated, I think that there is a lot of work that needs to be done with this program. But to answer a couple real simple questions, as the commission knows, we have plenty of benches in our parks at this time. And our staff does a great job, the Public Works staff, maintaining those benches and cleaning any graffiti off those benches, making sure they're safe, replacing them when need be. So the maintenance program is pretty much in place and has been for a long time. As far as where the benches would go and what facilities or what parks, I think that's open to the commission and the council. I think staff sort of looked at this in a very general way that they could go in every single park and facility throughout the city, but I think that what we would want to do as part of this process Ryan was talking about is take a look and determine how many benches would be appropriate for each facility and come up with a real good sound plan going forward. So, for example, at Friendship Park, for Miss Bankhead's family, there's need for benches in that park. So it would be pretty easy to determine how many additional benches would really be appropriate for that facility. And we would just do that citywide. As far as the memorial itself, again, this is at the discretion of the commission or the council. But some of the memorial benches we've seen, the plaques are relatively small and discreet. And it is really just something that, when you, on first inspection, it would just look like another bench in the park. But great questions. These are all part of what I think staff would work with the commission and council on, really fleshing out all these details. But again, it's just, does the commission feel this is a good thing to take a look at this point and possibly move forward to discuss with council and then bring it back for more work and more study?
I personally feels that this is a good program. It should be studied and approved so we can pass we can have the motion again.
Yeah, but
And,
I do want
So
to.
they can do the study. The whole
Right,
idea
right.
is that if we don't approve it, then they are not going to do the study on it.
How do we label the motion then? Because I'm really for it.
So they can do the motion to study the program further.
Yeah, no, a question I have, not violating the Roberts rule or whatever it is, the procedural aspect is our recommendation via email. Say within a week we come back to the staff and say that, this is what I think, this is what he thinks. Would that be acceptable?
Unfortunately not. It does need to be
No.
taken up at an official meeting, a public meeting where the public is invited to participate in the process. So tonight, it's either, yes, we want to move forward and we would take it to the council with that recommendation. No, we don't think we should move forward with a program. We'd still take it to the council with that recommendation. Or it's recommend that we bring it back and study it a little bit more, maybe refine the program to provide more specifics for the commission, if that will help you. All of the things that are in the report are very general and just things for you to kind of think about. We
It's
didn't want
right,
to
exactly.
give you any policy because this is something new that we're doing. So
Looks like there is a sense of urgency here, right? I mean, the fact that we have two champions from the city.
I'm not sure there's a sense of urgency.
No, I mean that's
but-
how. So what I'm saying is there a possibility of having a special meeting say in a week's time, 2 weeks' time. At that time, we make a determination to move forward or not. After we kind of go through all the
If it does
pros and
come
cons.
back and that's the commission's desire, it would be at the next regular
Right.
meeting of the commission.
I think we should recommend whether we want to go with the program or not go with the program.
I'll go ahead and second the motion that Pat
There you
made.
go.
That's
put
right.
up.
So,
exactly.
And that way it'll go, they'll
It'll go
study
into
it,
the
and then
next
they'll come
stage.
back
Yes,
to us.
exactly.
It's not, so I'll second your motion.
okay,
you
well,
could re-
so
No, say it again.
So-
Your motion, please. Thank you.
okay, so anyway, I would like to make a motion
Right.
that we move forward on a conceptual basis as far as the memorial bench is concerned, subject to obtaining details about the pros and cons. I don't know.
I'll second it.
Yeah, sir, yeah.
So
Okay,
only,
we'll
Contingency.
take a vote on that.
On contingency, yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
How about you?
Oh, I made the motion.
Yes.
So I'm yes.
Yes.
okay,
All yes.
great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next item. 7B.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. At this time, your next review and consideration item is an informational review of the Spring Fling and Fireworks Spectacular, which celebrates the city's anniversary. Jill Toda, Recreation Supervisor, will be providing details on this report along with a PowerPoint. Again, the agenda has changed whereby there will need to be a public comment section opportunity, and then recommendation would be to receive and file, so we would need a motion for that. But I will turn that over to Jill.
Thank you, Ms. Titus. Chairperson Pathak, members of the commission, if I could direct your attention to the screen. It is my pleasure to present highlights of the Spring Fling and Fireworks Spectacular celebrating the city's 68th anniversary, held on Saturday, April 27th, 2024, at the Cerritos Sports Complex from 4 to 8:30 p.m. This one-day event included 4 game booths provided children with an opportunity to win a piece of candy and a prize. A craft station where children could decorate a paper cup catch craft, design a spring flower, or color a cow finger puppet. An Art in the Park booth allowed children to show off their creative talents by designing a birthday card to give to the Cerritos City Council or color a birthday coloring page. Pictured are some cards and coloring pages that the children created. This year's event featured the return of the Spring Dance Recital and Community Talent Showcase. Participants registered in dance and singing classes offered in the 2024 Spring Community Services Program took the stage in their fun and festive costumes. Classes included baby ballet, ballet tap combo, hip-hop dance, and K-pop dance, with participants ranging from 3 to 12 years old. Pictured are some of the participants and their instructors. The community talent portion of the showcase featured the Joy of Singing class participants, where students learn the basics of singing. The showcase provided an opportunity to feature the talented dance and vocal instructors as well as the children we have in the community. 3 food trucks and 2 dessert trucks were on hand to offer food options to those in attendance. Additional entertainment throughout the day was provided by the talented youth in our community. Pictured here are our recent Cerritos Resident Talent Showcase participants, as well as Leal Elementary School art program and the dance drill team. Our headliner band, Bruno and the Hooligans, performed hits from Bruno Mars and entertained the crowd. The event culminated with a fireworks and drone display that concluded the celebration of the city's 68th anniversary. In conclusion, the Spring Fling was a success, and we were happy to see many resident families celebrating the city's anniversary with us. It is recommended that the Parks and Recreation Commission review the information provided in the report, receive public comments, receive and file this report. That concludes my report. Ms. Titus and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Very good report. How many people attended?
Thank you for the question. We approximated about 2,500 people throughout the day.
Great, great. Anyone has any questions?
Now, is this the one where you guys used to have booths, like community booths, and people would go, the organizations would go out there and have their booths and people would stop by?
Yes, thank you for the question. This event replaced the spring festival that we used to have, the 3-day carnival at the sports complex. It's the same event, just celebrating the city's anniversary, just on a smaller scale post-COVID.
Okay. Do you think you're going to go back to doing it at least for, because I do know some residents that were asking about the way it was before, where they would have the different booths that we used to have, and not just organizations, but people would go out there and set up a booth and give out flyers for, I don't know, there was dentists and different things. Or are we just going to stay the way it is now?
If I may, Vice Chair, that was our, gosh, that was Home Maintenance Expo when we used to do that years ago. We generally do not allow commercial vendors to come out to our events to hand out and distribute flyers or any materials. But we would bring a thing. Years ago, people were trying to remove their shake roofs, and Home Depot would come out, or roofing companies that work with the city, painters, those types of things. But we stopped doing that many years ago, even before the spring festival. However, we could look into inviting community organizations to maybe operate our game booths like we do for July 4th. It's just very difficult to get commitment from volunteers to come out and do that, but certainly we can look into inviting them and see if they would be interested.
Because I know some organizations would do it, and that be one way that they would recruit more Cerritos residents to be into their program.
That's exactly what that is intended for.
Okay.
So we can definitely look into incorporating that into next year's event.
Okay.
Anyone has any questions?
No.
Okay, great.
So we do need a motion, if we could, please, to receive and file this report.
Okay.
I motion to
Oh, yes.
receive
Oh,
and
I'm
file
sorry.
this report.
So sorry, the public, if there was any public
Oh, that's you.
comments. All new processes. Just have to open up public comments to see if anyone wants to
Open up the
comment.
public comment. Yes. Anyone has any comments? I don't see anybody here. Do we have any handwritten communication on that?
No written communication and no cards.
Okay, good.
Well, someone has to second the motion.
Okay.
I can second it.
Second, yeah.
Okay, everyone says
So it's been
yes,
accepted.
yes, yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill.
Item number 7C.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. The next item for your consideration is an informal review of the 2024 Women's Day Luncheon held at the Senior Center. Senior Services Supervisor Jesse Zavala will be providing you with details on this report. Jesse?
Good evening, Chair and Honorable Commission. If I could direct your attention to the screen, please. All right, in May, the Cerritos Senior Center hosted the annual Women's Luncheon. The theme this year was Everyday Joy, and the cost was $15 a person. The room was decorated with handcrafted flowers, butterflies, inspirational sayings about joy that were posted all around the room. Each senior guest were given a handmade vase with origami-style flowers, butterflies, and quotes for every month. The event also focused on finding joy in everyday life. Guests were encouraged to share what brought them joy in their lives. Seniors also spent time visiting amongst one another, renewing friendships, and making new friends. There were 2 photo areas set up. Guests were invited to do a 360 photo booth and the classic photo area. The pictures were emailed and texted to guests. After pictures were taken, the luncheon included a delicious turkey sandwich and pasta salad, fruit kebab, salad, fruit, and rolls. Finishing the meal, there was also cheesecake bites and cookies. The afternoon continued with the stylish sounds of the singing group Love Light. This group of 5 sounded remarkable, and guests were able to get up from their seats and dance. There were also a few different games that were played, like Name That Tune and Top 10 Western Moves. Not only did every woman walk away with a stomach full and their hands full, they were also encouraged to donate toiletry items to Precious Life Women's Shelter. This shelter cares for pregnant homeless women. Their generosity of the women were heartwarming, as many of the items were collected. They also walked away with their hearts full of friendships renewed and new friendships made. Sorry. This event continues to be a favorite for staff and senior guests, and we look forward to doing it each year. This concludes my presentation. It is recommended that the Park and Rec Commission review and discuss the information provided in the staff report, receive public comments, and receive and file this report. Ms. Askey and I are happy to answer any questions.
Any public comment for this report? Do you have anything in email or writing on that?
No, Mr. Chair, there were no written correspondence items received for this item.
So we close the public comment. Anyone has a comment on this?
Yeah, beautiful presentation with beautiful people there and nice pictures. Fantastic. Yeah, nice food there.
Thank you.
I personally really liked it. That's a great idea. It's a very happy event, and I think we absolutely continue doing this because this is what Cerritos is all about. You know, keep people happy and make the society integrated. Any comment?
I was there.
You were
It
there.
was great.
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time. You guys always do. The ladies really love it because it goes with Mother's Day.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
And one thing I would like
Yeah.
to say, it's
Good.
not out of order that, you know, I know there is some expenses involved and folks come and pay $15, but I think if you approach some of the businesses, even some of the financial institutions, for any kind of donation or any kind of charitable contribution, that's going to defray a lot of the costs, and ultimately that $15 will get reduced to quite a bit. So I think that is something you might want to consider down the road.
Thank you. We will.
Yeah, that's a lot for $15, and you get a lot of with new friend and the new program and the knowledge community. I think that's a very good program.
Very good program. Yes.
Thank you.
So we will need the motion to receive and file.
Yes. Do we have a motion to?
Yep. I'd
Receive.
like to make a motion to receive and file the document.
I second it.
How about you? Agree?
I agree, totally.
Agree. Full agree. Thank you. Okay, then now we are to item number 7D.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. The last item for your consideration this evening is an informational review of the 51st Annual Let Freedom Ring celebration held on July 4th of this year. Recreation Supervisor Stephanie Mankey Lynn will be providing you with details on this report. Steph?
Thank you, Ms. Titus, Chairperson Pathak, members of the commission. If I can have your attention to the screen. The 51st Annual Let Freedom Ring celebration took place on Thursday, July 4th at the Cerritos Civic Center campus. This year's event offered entertainment, activities, delicious food, and a spectacular fireworks display. Bloomfield Avenue was lined with 10 mechanical rides for all ages. They included a Caterpillar coaster, bumper cars, a Surf Shack funhouse, just to name a few. In addition to the carnival rides, game booths were sponsored by 6 local nonprofit organizations where patrons could play carnival games for a nominal fee to win fun prizes. The organizations that participated were Autism Peer One-on-One, Hindu Swayamsavek Sang, Boy Scout Troop 72, Crowd Cleaning Crew, the Cerritos Optimist Club, and the Cerritos Republican Club. The activities continued with the children's craft area. Children made patriotic necklaces and flags to celebrate the holiday. Coloring and activity sheets were also available. 14 gourmet food trucks were on hand, offering a wide variety of delicious snacks and treats. Options included burgers, tacos, rice bowls, Hawaiian food, barbecue, pizza, shaved ice, churros, and funnel cakes. An array of entertainment took place throughout the day at the main stage. The Cerritos Community College Band opened the event with a variety of patriotic songs. 3 local performers took to the stage next. Performance included a Hawaiian dance, a vocalist, and a high-energy K-pop dance. The formal ceremony provided the mayor, members of the city council, and special guests an opportunity to address the crowd and commemorate Independence Day. The Let Freedom Ring Committee, along with special guests, took part in the national bell ringing ceremony symbolizing the original 13 colonies and to memorialize the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The Tees Band followed the formal ceremony with a performance featuring a variety of top 40 hits. The upbeat atmosphere got the crowd on their feet and dancing. The event concluded with a stunning fireworks display that was accompanied by patriotic music. This concludes my report. It is recommended the Parks and Recreation Commission review and file the information provided in the report and receive any comments from the public. That concludes my report, and my colleagues and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Do we have any public comment on that?
Yes, we do have one card for Mr. Pileman.
Yes.
So off script. So you may or may not know that I am affiliated with the membership chair of the Cerritos Republican Club. And one of our recommendations would be that we reevaluate the ability of community groups to have food booths rather than the food trucks there. We know that there are health and food regulations that are required, but maybe there could be an investigation of whether this would be possible again. In the past, community groups have been able to have food groups. However, on my script, associated with this item and related to my previous comments, it is probable that when the update to the protocol manual is completed, the report on Let Freedom Ring will disappear from your agenda as that committee will fully evaluate that event. And of course, Let Freedom Ring is now the major player in the new Autumn Moon event. I again encourage you to follow what may be changes to your role. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else we have? Any written email?
No, Mr. Chair, no written correspondence for this item.
Great.
Just a question I have. How many people you think roughly may have attended? 20,000, 25?
Thank you for your question. We estimated about 21,000.
21,000. I was right on the money. Good, good. It was a good turnout, and the weather was kind. After 6 p.m., me and Pino were there, and it was just well scripted, and everything came together. It's just like a cookie cutter, right? You guys do every year, so just fantastic. 4th of July.
Okay, so do we have a motion to file this report?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to accept as presented and file the report.
I'll second it.
Okay. Everybody agree?
I agree.
Yes? Yes? Okay, yes. It's all agreed to file the motion.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Number 8. report the designation commission staff as an, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and for the commission's information. This is where the program reports will now be presented. As you recall from the past, they were presented in the beginning of the meeting under presentations. So there is no more written report for the program reports, or no memo or agenda report. We will just take this opportunity during this portion of the meeting to update you on events and activities for the Recreation Services Division, immediately followed by the Senior Center. So with that, I will turn that over to Jill for our portion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Titus. Chairperson Pathak, members of the commission. The Recreation Services Division will be offering a wide variety of programs during the months of August and September. With fall approaching, the registration for the next session of classes is as follows. Cerritos resident online and walk-in registration begins on Saturday, August 3rd at 10 a.m. for all classes. Non-resident registration for all classes will begin on Friday, August 9th at 10 a.m. The Family Entertainment Showcase concludes next week. Join us for the final Tuesday Family Night on Tuesday, August 6th, starting at 6:30 p.m. at Frontier Park, with entertainment provided by Ranger Jack Music and Puppets. The community is invited on Thursday, August 8th for National Night Out celebration as part of the Concert Under the Stars at Heritage Park, starting at 7 p.m. Enjoy top 40 hits performed by the 4 Alarm Band, as well as a classic car display. Food and beverages will be available for purchase. Public safety information and personnel will also be available to provide tips on crime prevention and disaster preparedness. Space is still available to register for Parent-Child Hawaiian Adventure on Sunday, August 11th from 2:30 to 4:30 at Cerritos Park East. Participants will share an afternoon of fun with Hawaiian flair, including crafts, games, and a hula session. The program is open to children ages 2 to 4 years, and adult participation is required. Only children must register for the class, and the cost is $17 for residents and $26 for non-residents. During the month of September, more enriching family fun will be offered through the Recreation Services Division. The Itsy Bitsy Golf Clinic is being held on Saturday, September 7th from 4 to 5 p.m. at the Cerritos Ironwood 9 Golf Course. Preschool golfers ages 4 to 5 years old will be given a brief introduction on grip, stance, swing, and putting. The cost is $15 for residents and $23 for non-residents. On Saturday, September 14th, Cerritos Park East will host a Parent-Child Mini Olympics Playday from 2 to 4 p.m. Participants will enjoy various games and activities while focusing on good sportsmanship and teamwork. Adult participation is required, and only the child must register for the class. The cost is $17 for residents and $26 for non-residents. Adaptive Dinner and a Movie Night will be held on Saturday, September 14th at Cerritos Park East from 5 to 7 p.m. Participants will watch Despicable Me 3 while enjoying dinner from a local restaurant. Cost is $10 for residents and $15 for non-residents. The Autumn Moon Festival will be held on Tuesday, September 17th at Heritage Park from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Lantern kits are free and will be available while supplies last. Decorated lanterns will be released into the water under the harvest moon. Please bring chairs and blankets for seating. The event will also feature food trucks, so bring your appetite. Adult CPR is being offered on Wednesday, September 18th from 4:30 to 7:30 at Cerritos Park East. Participants ages 12 to adult who successfully complete the course will receive a 2-year certification from the American Red Cross. The class is free for residents, plus a $25 material fee only, and $38 plus a $25 material fee for non-residents. Test your accuracy and shot-making abilities by participating in the Fall Target Challenge on Saturday, September 28th at the Cerritos Ironwood 9 Golf Course. Participants ages 18 to adult will compete in a series of challenges on the driving range to win points for a chance to win awards. The cost is $16 for residents and $24 for non-residents. To learn more about these activities, please refer to this Community Services Program. You may also contact the Recreation Services Division at 562-916-1254 for more information. That concludes my report. My colleagues and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Very good report. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. Anyone has any comments? No?
No.
We need to file that report.
Actually, no, Mr. Chair, this is just a verbal presentation.
Verbal presentation.
We are going to move on with the senior center's report now, if that would be okay.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chair and Commission. I'd like to highlight a few upcoming items in August and also reflect on some items in July. So in July, classes and lectures continue to occur during the month. Our center provided a cool facility for seniors to stay active and continue to learn through our lectures and programs. On Tuesday, July 23rd, it marked the return of our senior excursions following a 4-year hiatus. There were 46 attendees who gathered at the Senior Center to board a charter bus to the Hollywood Bowl. Seniors were able to enjoy sounds of Mozart Under the Stars presented by the LA Philharmonic Orchestra. Staff received positive compliments on the excursion, and the center will continue to offer day excursions every other month. We're looking into possibly attending the Aquarium of the Pacific for our next one. Following that, on Friday, July 26th, we celebrated Grandparents Month. This program was created more than 20 years ago, and we were happy to have 60 grandparents and their grandchildren gathered for an afternoon filled with lunch, crafts, and special screening of the movie Elemental. In August, on the Senior Center's award-winning program SPICE, which stands for Seniors Personally Involved in Children's Enrichment, will begin soon with Carver Academy Elementary. We're currently seeking senior volunteers to participate in this program. For more information, please contact 562-916-8550. We'll be happy to provide some more information. The Human Services Association, or HSA, continues to provide case management assistance for free every Wednesday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. And this service is free, but appointment is required. So you could check in at our front desk or also call 562-916-8550. Every Friday, the center continues to host movie matinees at 1 p.m. So we encourage seniors to come on down and enjoy a screening. Each week, we'll host a movie at 1 p.m. Free notary services are offered at the senior centers the second and fourth Thursday of every month between 10 a.m. and noon. The service is also free with an appointment required. A lecture on Medicare Basics will be held on Tuesday, August 6th at 10 a.m. This is also free, and it will be presented by a member of the United Healthcare. Our ABC Adult School 2024 Fall Quarter 1 programs begin on August 12th, and we encourage our seniors to view our Lifelong Enrichment Guide or our monthly calendar. CalFresh will host signups for food assistance in our main lobby of our senior center on Friday, August 19th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. No signups are required. You just drop in and a member from CalFresh will be able to assist those in need. LA County Department of Public Health will host a lecture on fentanyl and overdose response on Tuesday, August 20th at 2 p.m. This concludes my update. Ms. Askey and I are available for any questions you may have.
Thank you, JC, for the updates. Good report. Very good report. Thank you. We'll move on to, anybody has any comments? I'm sorry.
I would like to say I think it's great that you guys are putting those excursions in, because I was going to bring that up because other cities are doing it and people have been asking for it. And also on the SPICE program, I'd like to, you guys, I do it. I've been doing it. I've already done it quite a bit. All you have to do is be a pen pal with one of
You mean a Spice Girl?
All you have to do is be a pen pal. I guess that's what,
Pen pal?
right? With one of the kids.
Oh, one of the kids. Okay.
And you don't have to, I know you guys work, but you don't have to sit there. All you do is send letters back and forth, and then you meet for lunch. And that is such a great program. You know, last time it was a little short. We didn't have enough people. I had 3 kids. It was fun, but a little daunting. But it would be nice for you guys to sit there and at least participate in something like that because it was fun. That's all I got to say.
Anything else?
No.
Thank you.
You say you offer notary service. Is that any notary service you can get it?
Thank you for the question. So the notary service is we believe we host about 5 every. I'm sorry, let me refer my notes. On the second and fourth Thursday, from 10 a.m. to 12, they usually could fit about 4 to 5 appointments.
Okay. So you need to make an appointment before.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we will move. If anyone has no questions,
No. Yeah.
we'll move to item number 8B, which is a report from the commissioners. Okay, let me start one thing. I had an idea about proposing and I just want to discuss with you all that we want to connect school with the park. And when I was thinking about it, I thought that if we assign each school to plant a tree in a park, they'll get connected. They'll get connected because they'll just say the Whitney guys or a Cerritos High, they'll feel that this is my park. When I was studying the Cerritos, almost 60% is all senior here. We want to have kids get connected to the park, and the younger kids, age of 10 years or so, we have a botanical garden, so they can go in the park and says, I've learned from here. And this is the things I was thinking, and I wanted to put the recommendation here. If the school get connected with the park, students go to play many games, but not everybody plays the game, but if there is a park that, say, Heritage Park belongs to 1 or 2 school, they'll say, this is my park. They'll go and have a lot of function. They'll go and take care of the tree, and it may eventually become a very specific thing for the kids. Even when they grow up, they'll just say that this was our park. So I'm trying to put something together that when the kids grow up in this, we have been 5 generations here, and I have seen it, that these kind of a program that we plant the tree in somebody's house, they'll say, hey, that is my house. That tree, I planted it. And that's how I got the idea about that. So we can connect kids with the park somehow. And I don't know, do we recommend this or we put can you advise us that?
Absolutely, Mr. Chair. Excuse me. The way this is working now with this new protocol for the commission, as it mirrors what the council does, you would need consensus if you had an idea such as that,
Right.
to then have us bring back a memo to get some more feedback and ideas about a program, give people a chance to think about it. And then we would take it to the council, ensuring that they approve of it, because it would require
Sure.
a likely fiscal
Sure.
impact, and then we could move forward. So you'd need consensus from the commission tonight, even as an idea to do, to bring back a memo to then officially allow us to do some study.
Great. Thank you. So, so this is my idea that I like to see it happen. Do we have?
Yeah, I think without violating the Brown Act or whatever it is, we kind of after we discuss.
There's no Brown Act.
No, I mean,
right? I mean, we are discussing it though.
No, I mean, what I mean, we discussed outside,
Right.
is what I meant. And I did some studies also
Right.
pursuant to what we had discussed. And there were, I think, other cities that have embarked on this program. And I think one thing I like about it is the kids get attached and they have some kind of legacy down the road. So I think it's a great idea,
Great idea.
as such. So I'm for it.
So
So we-
again, it's not on the agenda. It cannot be discussed at length. However, if you get consensus, three or of you or more, to bring it back, then we can certainly look into that.
So do we do the motion?
You cannot take a motion, you're not able to take action on items that are not on the agenda and
Okay.
published for the public. This is a public meeting, so all you can do is gain consensus and
Do
then
we have a
direct us to
consensus
bring a
to
memo
work
back.
on that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, you will be
How
fine.
about you?
Sure.
How about you?
Yeah. And I think should request that this be tabled as an agenda item in the
Right.
next meeting.
So do we have
So
a
again,
consensus?
the commission, all you need to do is get consensus. And then I will bring a memo back. There's a couple extra steps now to this
Great.
process, so.
Sure.
um,
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So do we have a concession to do that?
I think there were
Thank
three of
you.
you, correct?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else? You want to?
No, I'm okay. Yeah.
Congratulations for coming to the council.
Okay,
Having
thank you.
Here in
Yeah.
Calista. How about you?
I want to say I went to a couple games, soccer games with that city. I haven't gone in a long time. I really enjoyed it. I'd like seeing that we have. I know you're saying we have 60% seniors, but
Seniors.
I'm seeing a lot more younger people moving in and kids that grew up in Cerritos coming back, and their kids are playing in our program that they played in, and it's great to see. You know, I'd also like to see. I know. Did we have baseball for rec like we used to, just like the soccer program? Did we have baseball for the kids this year?
Thank you for the question. We haven't had a baseball league in quite a while because we have a parent-run organization, Frontier Youth Baseball. So they take a good majority of our residents, which is why we haven't had a rec league
Is
in
that
quite some
why?
time. Yes.
Yeah, because in fact, I know they've lost some people too, only because, well, I won't go into that, but we are getting a lot younger families here, and they'd like to have a little more variety. Some of them are going over to Cypress, to Lakewood, and Long Beach for some of their programs. So if we're losing that, maybe we should think of bringing some other stuff in just so we could have the kids that are here, the young families that are here that are going somewhere else, bring them back to our city.
Thank you, Vice Chair Prado. These things kind of ebb and flow, and we have lost quite a number of our young people, but we are at about an 85% resident rate for all of our sports leagues, soccer and basketball. And consider basketball, really, we're the only quote unquote game in town. So it's a very robust program. The other programs have either a parent-run organization or travel ball, which has taken over. But I don't disagree with you at all that there is a need for a recreation component. It's a lot of work for just a little bit of return, and that's why we discontinued the program, I believe, right before COVID. So, but maybe we can look to start. Generally, we start with some clinics to attract some attention, get people interested, and then we'll see from there if we can sustain a league for next year. We have our budget already approved by the council for this fiscal year. So if it turns out we are going to do something, it would require some additional funding. So we'll work on that, but that's a good suggestion. Thank you.
Because I know I have talked to some of the younger families, and they want to come back. They want to do stuff here. Some of them go to Bellflower. They do the BRIM program. You know, they go over to Lakewood that has a lot of different things. And I just figure that we're having to move back here, so why not us offer something new for them to stay here? So I think we're doing a great job. I love our city. I love the Parks and Rec. I love the senior center. So I think we're all the way around. I think we're doing a great job. Anything else?
Anything else?
No. No.
I think we are doing a great job with the senior center and park and rec and everything, but we have to maintain it and make sure that we do it so the young kids always get attracted to this. Thank you very much. Shall we adjourn the meeting? How about you? Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you.